Crew, we're back live here at XRP Vegas 2025. Right now we got one of everybody's favorite people in this space, certainly one of ours. We have RECTOR for you, joining the crew. Thank you so much for being here. We love seeing you and your wife take the time. We know you guys got small kiddos, and so the fact that you're here with us means a lot, man. There's people I run into locally in my hometown that they're like, whoa, you know about XRP? I'll be wearing a shirt like this. And they're like, I watch RECTOR every time. Yes. I love that. Zach, we want to kind of open you up. The future of what's coming and how kind of the ledger, you see it like changing. What do you see going forward, maybe even in the next year, that I think that you think is going to be big to, kind of, I guess, adoption, and then also big for people who like own it, invest in it, use it.
Right.
I just wanted to let you go big picture if you want.
Start with the easy ones.
Yeah.
We'll work our way into
there, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, the big thing is that the case comes to an official end this year. That clarity for market participants. Everybody here understands that the case is effectively over. We know XRP is not a security. We're waiting for a few, crossing the T's, dotting the I's to get wrapped up, and it's done. But the official end of the case, and then the ETFs, the spot ETFs go live this year. And then it's just game on, because then you can start to see the inflows come. Just this last week, they lifted, the guidance that basically wouldn't allow 401ks to invest in crypto digital assets. So now it's just game on, right? The case will be over, ETFs go live, and now the financial advisor can say, hey, put your 401k in some XRP. So that's happening now. So the money comes in to our ecosystem at the same time that we're getting amendments to our ledger, and these builders here are talking about it, that will allow for DeFi to really blossom on the XRP ledger next. So that's what's in store for this next year.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And the DeFi has just begun. We haven't even really started. But what have you seen as far as like great products out there, or maybe something in the background about like earning income other than just DeFi, obviously, but what else are you hearing in the background? You're talking to a lot of people. How are we going to make money off of our crypto going forward?
Well, the beautiful thing is that for people that are more hands-on and want to engage in DeFi themselves, they can. We have the AMM now on the XRP ledger, where you could earn yield passively by providing liquidity through the AMM. But there's plenty of other options that are now being developed, more centralized solutions as well too. And I think that it's just a matter of determining your risk tolerance and how hands-on and active you want to be. But the options are going to be opened up, and we're going to be sitting across the table from a lot of different people that are going to be happy to take our XRP. And so it's going to be a matter of us doing due diligence to see who can we trust to store it, who's going to provide a yield, and how sustainable is it going to be. Right? That's the big thing, because I know a lot of people are excited to start earning yield on their XRP, but before we give up custody of it, who's the counterparty that we're going to entrust with that?
Real quick follow-up on that. How do you feel about the ETFs coming to it? I mean, I know you put those numbers out there, and people have quoted them to me 4 or 5 times. Brilliant research on that too, by the way. I really loved what you did. It made a lot of sense, and the numbers are amazing. But how do you feel? Do you think there's any downside risk to it, or are you concerned about that at all?
Yeah, I know a lot of people in our community are worried because they see how gold and silver have kind of been, especially silver now. Gold's broke out, but ever since the ETFs have been present, the prices of silver have been suppressed, and so people have that concern with XRP. What I like to remind everybody of, though, is that when the gold ETFs went live, gold did a 5x after that before they were able to kind of get control. And then now it's still broken up to a new all-time high just recently. Silver did a 10x after the ETFs went live in 2004. So I'm expecting crypto to do even better than that. And I just was up on stage with the CEO of Tucrium, Sal Gilberti. And I asked him about the inflows. JP Morgan predicts 4 to 8 billion first year into the XRP ETFs. He says that that's conservative. And I take his opinion very highly because he's already brought in over 120 million assets under management to his ETF already. So
Nice.
he's kind of part of that. But the big thing is going to be the spot ETFs are physically backed by XRP. So that's the kicker. We have futures ETFs live now. They're not physically backed.
No, they're not.
But what was interesting is Sal explained how they still increase demand for XRP because you got hedge funds and sophisticated traders that for them to hold a position, they have to hedge somewhere else. And so these futures ETFs are going to allow that.
Yeah.
So it's just, at the end of the day, it's just more inflows from those ETFs are on the way. Is it going to be 5, 10, 20, 50 billion? Bitwise says 300 billion into Bitcoin by the end of 2026.
That's what I heard too. They're throwing that number around lately a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense though. I mean, and the trickle down is going to be huge, as we know. And my favorite analogy or thought process on that is, well, okay, well, Bitcoin will be, who knows, $500,000, whatever it might be. XRP is going to be 10, 15, 20, and then it's going to explode. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's going to sit there at 10 to 15 for quite a while. But when Bitcoin tops out at those big numbers, I just think it's going to go crazy. I haven't done the math like you have on that, but it's inevitable. It's not even a maybe. It's inevitable. Yeah, I love it.
Well, I've done the math, and it's just me playing around. But conservatively, if we do get that 5, 10, 20 billion of inflows, it's not a single-digit XRP anymore, not even close. Conservatively, we're at 20 to 30. And so, since you brought up price, Allan, I'll go with it.
Let's say it's a show exclusive.
Okay.
Exact on a price number. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Down to the exact cent. I've been firm. I really have, and people have heard it already. I've said, based off of the math and the inflows, the expectations, 20 to 30 bucks by at least 1 year after the ETFs go live. Okay. So I can't give you an exact date, but just like JP Morgan says, 4 to 8 billion 1 year after.
Yep.
So that could come in a lot faster, right? And the more faster and aggressive those inflows come in, the higher the price will go. Yep. So that's why I say conservatively 20 to 30 bucks within a year after the ETFs go live.
Makes sense.
ETFs should go live Q3 of this year. So this puts us out into 2026. $20 to $30 XRP, I think, is in the cards.
I think that's conservative, but I like it. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Well, we're on the record, Allan. I can't get too crazy.
Maybe with a drink later, we can talk.
Yeah, right. At the after party.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah,
we have so many fans on the crew who are into precious metals.
Yes.
Just wanted to open up, Zach. I know you've worked in that. You gave us a really cool after the camera discussion and kind of what you get into, and just if you give the crew just your ideas and takes on that. Are you still investing in it? Are you still looking at it? Or have you more shifted into what we're doing here, more with digital assets?
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I mean, I just talked with Jason Cousins, Andy Scheckman. I work with Andy. These guys are incredible. And what they're doing, they're really trying to tokenize these metals on the ledger. They're just up against regulations like the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as those regulations can get done, you're going to see. I think silver's going to go a lot higher. Gold's obviously already ran, but I still hold my silver. I'm still very bullish on both. And I think that to stay hedged, it's just like we said with the hedge funds hedging on XRP, I like to be hedged and diversified in asset classes. So I have my silver. I call it blackout barter because if the systems go down, I have something to transact with, but also as a hedge. So it plays a couple roles in my portfolio. And I think that there's a place for precious metals in just about everybody's portfolio.
Totally agree.
Now you're just not gonna, if you're looking for gains though, nothing's gonna come close to this crypto.
Yeah, I was actually talking with Andy earlier for quite a while. He and his lovely wife, they're trying to onboard us also to work with them. We talked about doing it at the Silver Symposium and we just never got around to it. So they implied that, excuse me, there might be some big things coming.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
He's directly on it.
Yeah, so I don't think it's really going to be like boring old silver going forward. I think they're really going to link silver with crypto, and I think they're going to tokenize all of it as we know it. And they're going to do a lot of big things, and it's going to be beneficial to own them both.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it makes it liquid, and that's the only thing missing. honestly, the advantage of Bitcoin over gold is the liquidity and transportability.
Yeah.
And now with gold getting that functionality, it's going to be
huge.
Yeah.
Could be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and he's just a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, I can't speak highly enough about Andy and his team.
His macro view of the world is so priceless. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love it. What do we have? You got some fun, tricky ones.
We got some fun. We got some fun stuff. No, I wouldn't do you wrong, brother.
I thought you were saving those for the after party.
We got nothing but love here. We'll go with the most rug. You know,
okay.
This one's coming in from your #1 fan, Christy.
Okay.
Christy asks, why are you always late to all of your live shows?
I'll tell you.
She told me this a month ago. She goes, you got to hit him on air on that one.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'll tell you, it's a very simple answer. I have a very stubborn son. And so my wife puts my daughter to sleep and I put my son to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I go do my live. And so I try to get on time, but he's a stubborn boy. So it's his fault.
I love it. Yeah, that's the best excuse there is.
Yeah,
no question.
Perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, my wife, now I'm actually on time places because of her. So I've gotten a lot better, believe it or not. I've gotten a lot better, but we're still working on it.
Right, yeah. You used to be on the Gardner time frame, which was I'll get to it when I get to it.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And now you're in the corporate world. Yeah, you got to be on time. That's the best excuse. I was thinking, I wonder what he could come up with.
Oh, yeah.
The kids?
That's
the best.
Oh, yeah.
Your kids come first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares about crypto, it's kids. Yeah, it's important.
It's true. Favorite album of all time?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I don't know if I could think of one off the spot here. That you caught me off guard there.
Yeah. All good.
Dude, I don't know.
Maybe favorite band?
You can think about it. We'll get to another.
Yeah, we'll go.
You caught me off guard.
We'll keep going. I love that. That one's even crazier.
Oh boy.
What's something that you've wanted to do, but you haven't gotten the chance to do it yet? Maybe something out in the future here that maybe you and the wife are planning, or something just personally for yourself. It's like, hey, I want to accomplish this.
Yeah, well, I would say in business, I am focused on how do we bring the best opportunities to our community. One of the things I'm looking at is real estate. I personally want to start my investment portfolio for real estate, but then also bringing opportunities to our community. We've already seen great private equity opportunities come, and if I could be help with anything, would be bringing opportunities to the non-accredited investors. I think it's an absolute shame with that. And so if I could do anything, engaging in politics to help pass that, or just helping people get to that point, because that's where the best opportunities are at. I'm excited for real estate to get tokenized as well too. I think there's really good opportunities there. And in my personal life, I would just say have at least 1 or 2 more children.
Nice. Awesome.
And that's life for me. I mean, outside of crypto and what we do here, I just spend time with them. That's it. And I love it.
Yeah.
We're just so locked in. I'm so blessed right now, and I tell my wife at least 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
She's been informed. She knows.
Depending on how high XRP goes, will be the amount of kids I have will be correlated.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have ranch hands.
Yeah.
I know you have a dream of having some properties. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to have people around.
Smart. Yeah, you can see your work.
Yeah.
Love that answer.
Is there a dream car? What's Zach Rector's dream car?
Or truck.
I'm not a big car guy. I don't know if I have a car in particular that I really care for. I'm not a big car guy.
That's a good answer too.
Yeah. I like my truck. I like my F-250. It's utility. It's just like my crypto bag. It's utility, right? Maybe a little bit bigger. I like the big dualies. They're nice too, but I don't really need it. But they look cool, But cars, I like. I'm not into the. I'm never gonna buy a Lambo. I'm never going to buy anything like that.
No.
But maybe some classics.
Cool.
Old trucks. I like those. Yeah.
I'm building an old truck.
Yeah.
An 86 Chevy, 3/4 ton, K20.
I'm not handy though when it comes to the mechanical work.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have to buy something done. So I'm going to need XRP to go a lot higher. So I can
but those are the easiest cars to work on. So you can find a shop that will fix those. For no problem.
We ask at every interview. We asked you last year, but we want to give you an opportunity to shout out somebody that you love or somebody that's inspired you. But I'd also like to add on to that for you, Zach, somebody in your group, like somebody from your channel, like a subscriber, somebody who's helped you out and inspired you.
Cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I could name off quite a few people here in the room today. Got a lot of inspiration from Brad Kimes and Digital Asset Investor back in the day as far as that. In my community, I would give a shout out to, we got a guy named Johnny in our group. He's a big real estate investor, but he is active in our group every single day, posting content, not just on crypto, but on other things. And he brings experience in real estate as well too. I could list off a lot more, but the bottom line is that the community, the best thing about it is it's brought together people that have experience in areas that I don't. I understand crypto, but I got guys that come in that understand real estate, understand other things. Our focus now is on wealth preservation, right? We know what's coming for these assets, and we can debate how high they go, but at the end of the day, we know we will need a plan to protect this wealth. So that's, I think, the next focus for us. But
that's what we've been talking about.
That's really the focus of my show lately, and mostly Thursday nights I go live with it. And it's really my background. I love it. And I think there's just going to be so much wealth generated with XRP that it's going to be mind-boggling, and people are going to need a lot of help. And they see you as being somebody honest, as you are, as I know you to be. And I just think we need that in this community because we have it, for number one. And we need to exploit it because there's so many talented people in this room. And like you just said, you and I present that to them. We're not the authorities. We just help them find the right people. And we have that. And I'm losing my voice.
You guys both do such a great job, helping inspire and kind of turn the light bulb on. It's like, oh, okay, you're looking at that. Oh, and you've done that angle. Oh, wow. And it's such a pleasure to watch both of you. And you've both taught me so much over the years. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Brent.
I appreciate you, Zach.
So I was about to ask you, who is your favorite person in the space? So you would probably say, no, I should rephrase that. In the XRP community, I'm guessing it's Brad Kimes, but who do you listen to the most?
Who do I listen to the most?
YouTube channels.
YouTube channels?
Present channels excluded.
Obviously, you guys are my favorite, but next to you guys. There's a lot of great people putting out content. I mean, I'd give a shout out, even not on YouTube, but Vet was up on stage here today. He's a validator on the XRP ledger, more tech developer focused. But he's done a great job of merging the developers and builders with some of us guys that don't understand the tech as much. And so I think that he's played a really pivotal role in our community because it's a unique role that he's filled in merging folks that don't understand the tech with folks that are in the tech every day. And we needed that.
We did.
Right? Because a lot of people were just holding on to XRP, waiting for something to happen. Well, Vet and these other guys are the ones that are making some things happen, right? And we need that. And I tell these guys, I was talking with Adam, who's one of his partners at First Ledger Cafe, the same team. We were talking with Adam last year at XRP Las Vegas at the after party. And we said, hey man, the great thing here, you guys need to keep coming here to XRP Las Vegas because there's so much money here ready to fund your next project.
So true.
And that's the beautiful thing about our community is we're going to be able to take advantage of all these builders that are now coming to build here on the XRP ledger. They're going to be coming to us for investments. We're nice guys, and so we're going to be willing to work, I
love it. Great answer.
So I think Vet's done a great job. Obviously, I think that there's a lot of other great YouTubers and content creators, but I think that his role has been so unique. It's been very, very special. Very special.
I had when I first started the channel, I had somebody reach out to me who was a programmer, and he said basically it was insulting, but you can't insult me, right? But he said, hey, Grandpa, stay in your lane. You don't know anything about, programming and all the rest of it. And my reply was, well, yeah, I don't. You're right. I'm not a programmer. However, the public doesn't understand programming. They understand banking, money, and how money moves and how it works. That's my forte.
Yeah.
You be the programmer, I'll be the money mover, and we can work together.
Yeah.
And I had more great comments after. I think we had maybe 100 subscribers at the time when that happened. And it wasn't discouraging. It was a misunderstanding of who we all are in the room.
Yeah.
We all need each other.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that I'm sorry that I don't know his channel, but I should really look into it.
Yeah.
I will for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
Always a pleasure connecting with you guys.
Off to the after party, or where's our plan here?
We can talk about the real numbers, huh?
Yeah, those predictions to come later.
Yeah.
I want to really thank you and your lovely wife for coming to our party last night.
Yeah. My pleasure.
It was a good party, and those of you who missed it, you're welcome to come next year. We're going to have a larger building, and we're going to have a bigger group of people to come.
Yeah.
So that's
and I'll make sure that my cab driver doesn't take me to the other side of town when I'm trying to get there. So that was why I was late last night.
Yeah. And last year your plane got delayed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Or that was the excuse we heard.
That was my excuse.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Got it. All right. I'll use that one.
Congratulations on the success with your show and your growing family.
Thank you.
We always got your back, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you.
And with that, we are
Out.